say if I need a pre-workout meal or I need some meal to start my day, is there anything to instill that into you, saying that, okay, I'd rather choose this, maybe higher in calories, but it would help me be fitter, it is giving me the right nutrients that I need, rather than something that's quick?
Exactly. So I would rather say that calorie deficit doesn't always mean nutritionally content. This is the basic that we need to remember. In homeopathy, there is nothing called fever equals to paracetamol or crocin. Okay, you get fever, I get fever, she gets fever, he gets fever. Okay, we all get fever because we went into the rain. So the cause is same, right? Still, different medicines will work for all of us because we as an individual are different. Our body's reaction, our experiences, our past experiences, our internal functioning, chemicals, our everything is different, right? Genes are different. Yeah, so while we that all that is considered while we give homeopathy, and that is how homeopathy medicine is individualistic science. So it's going to give you as an individual the harmony and balance in your systems. That is how it is different from other sciences. And in homeopathy, obviously because we understand you as a entirety, we are like, I jokingly say that we are medical astrologers, because we can actually understand how your body is progressing, what are your habits, what is happening in your body, and we can predict that the same path you follow and you're going to end up having this after 5 years or that after 10 years, and now is the time when we intervene, we change the path, and then that can be avoided. So we don't really need reports per se for understanding what is happening inside. And like I said, there is no crocin for fever.
Right.
Anything else. I mean, in a lot of other medical sciences, your thyroid is not working. You have a hypothyroidism. The medicine that you take is actually that thyroid chemical. So your gland is working less, it's producing less thyroid hormone. So you give thyroid hormone packaged in a pill to your body.
Right.
Okay. So what happens is, now little digressing from this topic, we'll catch up here again. A lot of people come to me saying that, especially parents, that the kid is, ये आलसी ही है, ये lazy ही है, इसको कुछ नहीं करना होता. So 99% of the times, these habits come from our body to our mind, because your body is not feeling like doing anything. You end up feeling tired, lazy, or whatever. So the same way, our glands or our physical bodies function that way. That अगर मुझे ready-made chemical मिल रहा है, तो मैं मेहनत करके produce क्यों करूँ, right? While for diabetics, pancreas is producing lesser insulin. When you start giving insulin to them in a ready-made form, why would your pancreas work hard to produce more insulin? Rather it is like, हाँ आ रहा है ना, और थोड़ा आने दो, मैं और थोड़ा कम काम करता हूँ, मैं और थोड़ा कम. That's how then your dose goes on increasing. Right? I mean, if you see a lot of thyroid patients, they say कि पहले हमारा 25 पे चल रहा था, अब 50 पे चल रहा है मेडिसिन, अब 75 पे चला गया है, 0.25, 0.50, 0.75, now 1, and so on. All that happens because of you're giving that ready-made chemical to your body, and your body, the gland functioning goes down and down. So instead of curing, you're just giving a temporary solution, quick fix, right? Homeopathy doesn't do that. What homeopathy does is, the homeopathy medicine will go to that thyroid gland and it'll say, chalo, और थोड़ा काम करो, कम बढ़ रहा है, और करो, और. That's when your gland starts functioning more. So with homeopathy, we can cure a lot of diseases, and which many allopathy medicines cannot. Or I would rather say that, I get a lot of patients. Yesterday I had somebody who said I have ligament tear, and I've visited all the best orthos in the city, and they said I have to go for a surgery, or you know, can you really help me? And I said, yes, with homeopathy I can. She said, really? But they said it's the surgery is the way forward. I said, yeah, it's nothing against them. I mean, they are doing what the best they can do. The means they have in their hand, they're utilizing them. Just
Like-
because they don't have the means, how will they suggest you that means? Right? I mean, a simple example I gave her was, मुझे सब्जी काटनी है, पर मेरे पास छुरी नहीं है, मेरे पास तलवार ही है, तो मैं उसी से काटने की कोशिश करूंगी. राइट? वो प्रिसाइज प्रिसीजन वाला टूल ही अगर मेरे पास नहीं है, I will not be able to suggest that to you, right? Homeopathy, and like I said, does not really need to wait till the disease comes up to that black and white level. So we can cure many diseases before they 100% develop, right? So I have cured a lot of autoimmune diseases through homeopathy. Whereas patients were told by allopaths to go for steroids for rest of their lives. And we all know the effect of taking steroids for forever.
Right.
It's going to impact on your liver and kidney and overall your health.
Correct.
It's going to deteriorate that.
So would you deem...
But they don't have option. So they are giving what is best possible for them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not their mistake. Right?
So would you deem homeopathy as a lifestyle-based remedy, like a lifestyle-based solution?
I would say it's a medical science. Mm-hmm. It is a pure medical science. The way we have allopathy, we have homeopathy. It's a different philosophy and different way of action towards curing, towards healing the diseases. Not necessarily a lifestyle medicine. It's more of a medicine per se. Mm-hmm. And so because I do work a lot in animal welfare also, homeopathy works excellent for animals also. So I just last month had this one stray cat, who met with an accident and was paralyzed with the hind legs. I gave homeopathy for 10, 12 days, 15 days max, 12 days I think. She's up and running, back to normal. I have a rescued cat who met with an accident, and he went blind. He lost his eyesight, and I've been giving homeopathy to him for last 2-3 months. He's come home, so because he went blind, I couldn't leave him on the road, so I took him home, and I am giving him homeopathy for last 3 months, and he has gotten a vague vision back. It's not completely there, but yes, he can see. He can maneuver better. He can see the movements. He can, So yeah, I mean, homeopathy does give you results that deep acting. But then yes, there's this myth about homeopathy that, बचपन में दवाई लो, 55 में effect दिखेगा, and all those dialogues that people have, या फिर ये साबुदाने जितनी छोटी गोली से क्या ही होगा, and all that. So homeopathy is the science where we don't really find the addressing to one at a time. We take everything in the nature and make medicine out of it. Okay, so a plant or a flower or a fruit or animal or anything, metal or sand or anything, and we make medicine out of it. And for that, now I can't make you eat that flower or the leaf, right? So what we do to make homeopathy medicine is we take one part of that and 99 part of vehicle. Okay, mix that together. There is a certain process to do that, and with that process is what is made as a first power of that medicine. Then we take one part of this and then add 99 of vehicle, and then again that process, then it's a second potency or a power, and so on and so forth.
It's a very gradual
Yes.
way to do
So it is, I mean, when we prescribe medicines, we either prescribe like 30 potency, that is 30 power, okay, or 200. So 200 power, or 200 times that one portion has been taken, or 1M, which is 1000 potency. Okay, so while people try to chemically, I mean, in the lab, find the original crude form or a physical form of that original thing, like I will test the 1000 potency or 200 potency medicine to find that flower's particles into it, it's not there. But the guna dharma, or the characteristics or the powers of that is taken and elevated to that level. That's what works on you. So that is why that choti goli also is enough.
Right.
Okay. And secondly, classical homeopathy, because homeopathy was developed to cure the diseases from the root. Classical homeopathy was about giving that constitutional medicine to you, which will clear and heal the disease from the root and make your system function strong and harmonious, so that never happens again. Okay. But obviously that does take time, because disease has taken time to develop. When I want to reverse the entire path, I am going to take time, right? It's obvious. You did not realize it because it happened under the surface, under the wraps. But it did take long time to develop also. So how the cure can happen in one day or 1 week or 1 month, right? It is going to take time. But homeopathy also has medicines which are acute acting medicines, which are like headache हो रहा है, मैंने दवाई दिया, 10 मिनट बाहर बैठो, सर दर्द बंद हुआ, अब घर जाओ.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when I practice, I take help of both, because it's instant ka zamana. So everybody wants a quick healing or the result, right? So we do give medicine which is acute, which will control the symptoms, which will control the problems to begin with. So you maintain the faith and patience for the other medicine to work to cure it from the root.
Right.
So it is both hand in hand. So you get what you want, I get what I want. You get that quick result, and as a homeopath, I get satisfaction of curing the disease from the root.
Right.
So yeah, that is how homeopathy actually works. I mean, so yeah.
I think this was really important for a lot of people out there who obviously take the aspect of homeopathy with a pinch of salt. Like, they really have this, like, they don't know the knowledge in regards to how it works.
Yeah.
So they never, essentially, they always like meaty goli, and they keep it aside and they sweep it under the rug. But I'm so glad that you shed light on this. Just before we end the podcast, I wanted to actually mention that how much work you have done in the animal welfare aspect as well, because when we did come and discuss what we were going to talk about on the podcast, you had also mentioned how these kind of remedies also work for different kind of animals, and how you've been working with certain stray animals as well. And there is a different world out there that we probably don't know or aren't aware about. So just before, closing off on the podcast, can you just give your journey as to how you ended up in the world of animal welfare?
Yeah, I mean, it all started when my sister got a dog pup at home, pet. We adopted our first pet. And I mean, the kind of purity and love that they have to share with you is another level. I mean, you can't get that in human world at all. So it just opens up another part of your heart or soul just by experiencing that, and which you never knew you had, and which was closed or sealed. So it's a wonderful experience to work with animals. And during COVID, because a lot of animals were staying hungry and staying on the road and without the means, is when I actually started with my work and started feeding these animals. And slowly and steadily, the number has gone up and up and up. But so now it's like 20, 25 animals that I take care of in my area. At home also the number has gone up. Now I have one dog and two cats also. So but it's a pure pleasure. It's wonderful to, be around them, be with them. The kind of energy that they have, because I am a Reiki master, I am very susceptible to energy. I understand the energy a lot. I mean, I feel everybody understands the energy. It's just how much attention you pay to that, how much open you are to being mindful about it. But yeah, so so much pure energy, so much pure love, and it's wonderful. And I mean, sadly, again, the freedom, mental freedom that we spoke about, sadly, we still have in our country. Sorry. In our country, we still have this mindset about having a foreign breed pet, and that is more acceptable than having a Indian breed. And actually, there are so many different Indian breeds also available. Indian dog is not just one breed which we see maybe next to our house or outside our house. There are different breeds in Indian breeds also, but nobody is aware of that. I mean, very few people. And there is this, so while I work in animal welfare into feeding and adoptions and rescues and taking care of their medical needs, and when I work into adoptions, a lot of inquiries that come to me, they actually say that, nahi, wo raste wala kutta nahi chahiye. It's that mindset that we still have. It's slowly changing with a lot of celebrities adopting Indian breed, but it's still a long way to go. So I feel, I mean, Indian breed, actually, I would say, with my experience, is very intelligent, very alert, very, I mean, they can be guard dogs at the same time that they can be a loving pet. They have so much love to give. They have such acute sense of hearing, and they're so alert that, I mean, a guard dog is also something that they are very good at. They're very intuitive, I would say, because they've stayed on the roads. I think that is a necessity for their survival. Mm-hmm. That is how they have those instincts very, very strong. And they're excellent, beautiful looking, very handsome. So it's all about how you keep them, right? On the road, when they are sleeping on the road in the mud or eating whatever they get, hardly a nutritious food, they are obviously going to look weak, pale, dirty, right? But you bring them home, bathe them, take good care of them, and they start looking fabulous. I mean, you have to really experience that to, know that. And so every time I had this one old dog near my society, and she was so old, she couldn't get up quickly, because they eat whatever they get on the road. So salt, sugar, masalas are like a poison to them. They start impacting their nerves, and dogs, I mean, they really get cataract and go blind in both their eyes because of that over the period, over the years. So she had that, and she obviously had joint pains, and she couldn't get up quickly and all of that. Still, every time I would come out of my building, I mean, walking in the society, in the compound, and she's outside there, and she would still smell me, and she would start wagging her tail. She would take really time to get up, but then she would start acknowledge, And when I would go to feed, the first muthi of food that I would put in front of her, she would not even look at it. She would keep looking at me, I mean, as much she could look. And I had to stand there and pet her for good 5-7 minutes. After that is done, when her love hunger is satisfied, is when she will look down. By then, the small kittens and cats have snatched the food away and there is nothing left. Then I'll give another muthi. And that, when she starts eating and a naughty kitten tries to come again and try to get that, and she would just look a little up and do like, like that, and the kitten would be like 500 meters away.
Right.
So she had that kind of power, but still she would let them steal that first portion entirely just because she wanted to be pet and pampered. So that's how much they're hungry for love. It's okay if you don't give them food. All they want is treated nicely and given love and care. Yeah. So, I mean, so all these years that I've been doing this, there has only been once incidents when I was feeding and there was some drunk man walking on the road and he came, tried to talk to me and, you know, all of that. Normally people are the shopkeepers and garage people and whatever. They are very empathetic and positive about ki madam aap itna kar rahe ho, you know, like that. But this some stupid man, I don't know, not even from our area, never seen him before, and he came, tried to, you know, talk to me and tried to be a little smart with me. And this one dog that I was feeding, she stood keeping her paws on his chest. She did not let him come ahead.
Right.
I mean, they're that protective, they're that intuitive. We were not having a fight, we were not having anything. I was just ignoring him and trying to walk away. She could sense that. She just knew that this is not right and I need to stop him. So yeah, that's how much they love you, and that's how. So I always, you know, funny way with a pinch of salt say that you feed a dog for like once and you meet the dog after 6 months and the dog will still come wagging tail and remember you and acknowledge you and come and
They're very intuitive.
yeah, come and lick you. But a human you feed for like 6 months and one day you don't feed and they'll bring the danda to your head.
Right.
So, I mean, yeah, the animal world is
Simple
brilliant.
creatures, but they are very, very
They're way ahead
receptive.
in a soul journey or a life journey of us. I mean, and I always feel, I mean, every species other than human contributes for Mother Nature, for the entire survival, right? A bee goes extinct and the entire ecosystem will go for a toss. Yeah. But human, on the other hand, if human is not there, the ecosystem goes up. We saw that during COVID, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's something we really need to think. We need to really be mindful about that. What are we doing? I mean, we are the most intelligent one. We are doing so much research. We are
Yet
reaching
the most destructive in a way.
to Moon and Mars. And what are we really doing to the planet where we are living? Or the creatures around us? How? When in the journey we became so entitled and we became so ignorant?
I sometimes I crack this joke with my friend that it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like we've come on this earth, we've innovated to a point where we're destroying this earth, and now we're trying to find a place other than earth to live
And destroy.
because we've completed this cycle, and now it's so weird because it's that weird life cycle that, as you discuss.
No, I mean, if we are so intelligent and so aware and so, you know, enlightened, how are we so ignorant at the same time?
Right. Amazing point to leave off of. And I think this was a beautiful conversation. So before we close off again, I just wanted to know your journey in regards to how homeopathy actually, you know, kind of interested you. What was your aspect of feeling like, okay, this clicks with me in regards to general allopathy or all the other medicinal avenues? What was your journey in terms of starting with homeopathy?
Okay, so that was